Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Series. Here we are, race number two here in 2024 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, presented by the number 32 Chris Lynn, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Well, I tell you, now that we've gotten the Daytona race out of the way, and time to get going now into the season here. And we're excited as always to get the 2024 going. Let's go ahead and take a look at our sponsors and thank them as always for their support. And that would be Sonic Graphic Design, Buster's Corner, Turn Two Terribles, and our broadcast sponsor, SRM Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. Now we got one race under our belts. Let's go ahead and take a look at let's look at the top 10 and where we are after the first points race of the season. Bill Hales, hey, starting off the season in style here with a win. He'll be leading them in the points. Lucas Nilger second, William Hobart in the third position, Matthew Fitz fourth, Andrew May fifth, Kevin Click in the sixth position, William Brown seventh, Tyler Isley eighth, Jason Hand ninth, and defending champion Ken Baum Jr. in that 10th position. And we had a nice mixture of teams there. We'll take a look at the team standings. Full Throttle right now leading the team standings. Team Sparkle Unicorn in that second position. Turn Two Terribles third. Nitro Racing fourth. Up in Smoke in the fifth position. Mayberry Racing sixth. And Ryan Broderick Racing in the seventh position. Well, I tell you, it's a beautiful night for racing out there. Air temperature 71 degrees, winds only 2 miles an hour, track temperature 88 degrees. And now this league, for those of you who may not have watched them before, they do run the open setup here. Tonight they have four sets of tires to set. They start with plus three additional sets. They don't do faster pairs in this league. They'll be racing for 120 laps around this 1.52 mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And I believe the old clock on the wall is winding down there, and it's about time to go qualifying here. See how much time is left. About just under 20 seconds to go. And we will be rolling over to the qualifying session. They have a 30-minute practice time. Checkered flag is in the air. And let's go qualifying as the server switches them over to the qualifying session here. Let's take a look and see who we can see getting out on track first. Now for them, it's lone qualifying. Now everybody's but to them, everybody's going out one at a time. Now, who is that? I think is that Tyler Isley? I believe it is. Yeah, Tyler Isley making his way out. And for whatever reason, I'm going to check his graphic for whatever reason. Actually, I don't. I was about to say his picture's not shown, but I think that's just this particular graphic that I'm using right now. And he comes around to take the green flag for his first hot lap here, staying up on that high side, trying to build up some speed here as he races down the backstretch. There he comes down to the stripe. Let's see what he gets for his first hot lap here. And looks like he'll start off with a 31.663. Right now he's in the fourth position. Let's see who is on the provisional pole at the moment. That would be the number 5 there, Ryan Broderick, 31.104, the time to beat. Coming around now, see if he can improve on that time. Let's see, crosses the stripe, does he improve? Yes, he does. 30, oh, and he just got bumped though too, 31.058, and now he's falling down in the order. And who bumped him? It looked like it was the 25 there, Kevin Click with the 30.970. And no sooner do I say that Robbie Bice bumps him. He's on provisional pole with a 30.949. And I tell you, man, and yeah, they're gonna have they still have a few more minutes to go in the qualifying session. We're going to take a moment to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! I'm on my way to Monday Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here live with the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. About 10 seconds ago, we will be rolling over to the race session. Qualifying is over. And checkered flag about to come into the air. There it goes. And time for us to get this show on the road. Shout out to the folks watching. Thank you for tuning in as always. Ready for a nice long season of racing here with Full Throttle. And the cars are making their way out onto the starting grid here on the pit road. They're lining up on pit road there. As they make their way out, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid. And Joshua Salsi will be the pole sitter here. Then we have Robbie Bice in the second position. Jeremy Zarfos starting in that third position. Fourth will be David Smeal. Then we have Ken Bum in the fifth spot. Kip Easley sixth. Kevin Click in the seventh position. Tyler Isley eighth with Andrew May ninth. Brett Strickler rounds out your top 10. Then we have Jaden Bingaman in the 11th spot. Adam Taylor in the 12th position. And let's get the scroll button going here. Where is it? There we go. The 13th position will be Dylan Hastings and James Tenorelli 14th. In the 15th spot is Jimmy Barr. Then we have Daniel Menzies in the 16th spot. 17th will be Matthew Fitz with Bill Hales in the 18th position. 19th will be Carson Pittman. Briggs Swope rounds out your top 20. In the 21st position, we have Steve Strittmatter. Ryan Broderick starting 22nd position. Lucas Nilgis in the 23rd spot. Chris Lynn, race sponsor, in the 24th position. 25th will be Don DeGroot with Brian Pressler starting 26th. 27th is Nick Cannon. Michael Self will be starting in the 28th position. 29th position will be Kyler McCarthy. And Jason Hand rounds out your top 30. And then we have Stan Mayberry starting 31st position, Brody Green in the 32nd position, and Michael Zuber starting shotgun on the field in the 33rd and final position. And they're making their way around now. Getting ready for 120 laps here at Atlanta. Nice field out here tonight, 33 cars on track. Pace car should be heading down on pit road. There he goes. Now we needed that green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Atlanta. Nice start there for Joshua Salsi. Gets a car length or so ahead of Jeremy Zarfos in that second position. Boy, Ken Baum Jr. is right there in that third spot. Look at Zarfos closing in quickly along with the number 2 there as they race down the backstretch. Zarfos grabbing that top gear there as they come down to the stripe. Salsi will lead lap number 1. And they are off and running. Field sorted out nicely here. Atlanta, one of the 3D oval tracks, just like Charlotte and Texas. Oh, somebody galloped against the wall, and I think they're about to get a caution. Somebody hit the wall. I couldn't see who it was. I was just looking towards the back of the field, and oh my goodness, here we go. Oh man, carnage. There's Chris Lynn. Looks like he might be okay. Oh no, I take that back. He got caught up in that, unfortunately, and we still have some guys moving here. Cars all over the place, and so here we are. Caution lap number 4. Let's see if we can backtrack here and see exactly where that started. Let's go back up to where the caution first came out, and I just saw a car bounce off the outside wall. Let's see. Let's go with Steve Strittmatter here and roll it back to there. And now he's Strittmatter. He's the number 51. There was somebody up on the high side. I don't know who it was. Now it might have been the number 7 right there. See the number 7 car? Look at that number 7. He got off the wall there. Nice impact. That was James Tenorelli. And oh my goodness. And Strittmatter was just got clipped. And Tenorelli, he's already down there. Some other folks at number 12 there, Jimmy Barr, and he just tagged. Couldn't see who exactly that was. 57. Oh man, just a huge pileup. Nobody can get anywhere. There's Matthew Fitz at 3 machine. Man, heavy damage there on the 3. Oh my goodness. And wow, that's some pretty significant damage there. Let's go back and take it live here. And boy, I tell you, not having a fast repair, that is going to hurt a lot of these guys here. Wow. What a rough start for the race here, Saucy. He's right there in that first position. So they'll be coming around now and kind of getting themselves all lined up here for the restart. And I think I may have a driver picture for him too. We still have some. We have a few new faces in the league, so we still have a few folks we need to add. And I think that they may get the one to go this time around. Well, we have several cars still on pit road. Bill Hales, like he's just making his way off of pit road. Won the season opener at Daytona. The car looks pretty good though. As he's coming on around. Tenorelli, yeah, there he is. He was the one that made contact with the outside wall. You can still see a little damage down on that left front for the number 7. But it looks like just about everybody's getting back off of pit road. Lights are off on the pace car, so it'll be lap number 7 when we get the green flag. Get back to more racing action. Making their way now into turn 3. Here you come now. Pace car should be coming down on the pit road. There he is, got the green flag, and we are racing once again here at Atlanta. Boy, Southie gets a nice jump that time. About 3 or 4 car length on the field, but of course they will catch him in about a lap or so here. That draft worked very well here. Kevin Click now working his way in close to the 81. And just about right into that lead position. Kevin Click will take it right as they cross the stripe into the lead position. Followed closely by the 22 there, Andrew May. They had the 81 there, Southie down on the inside, Jaden Bingham, and up in that 3rd position, the 26 car. Click will continue to lead. A little further back in the field, everybody's, there's a little bit of separation going on back here. Let's go back about the 46 there. Daniel Menzies, a little bit of a gap between him and Stan Mayberry, the 48 machine. He's battling with Michael Zuber there at the moment. There's the 29 there, Jeremy Zarfos, up on the high side. Chris Lynn, 32 machine, up on that high side. Now 10 laps of 120 in the books so far. You can see the field starting to spread out just a little bit more back here at the back of the field. Of course, a lot of the lap cars, they're still, let's see, is Pressler, is he? Okay, he's not in the group there. I'm sure that was somebody else had clicked on. There's Brian Pressler right there in the 26th position. Meanwhile, closer to the front there, Ken Baum Jr. in that 5th spot. Make it 6th position as the somebody's coming off of pit road. Couldn't see quite who that was. David Smill Jr. up on that. I think he's up right next to him, I believe. Battling along here. tight quarters here as they race around Atlanta. Now lap 12 of 120. Now it's Jaden Robert Bingaman up at the point here on lap 13. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of lead changes here tonight. Saucy, he's still running right up there at the front, though. Currently in that second position. There's Kip Easley in that third position. The field is staying fairly tight here, though. David Smith Jr. Right behind him there in that fourth spot. Ken Baum Jr. up on the high side, the 28 machine there. Robbie Bice down on the inside of the number 2. Bingaman still holding on to that lead position so far. A lot of those guys in the top 4, they're all staying down on the inside. Ken Baum Jr. up on that high line. And, we have seen some races, not necessarily this league, but just races that I've broadcasted before. I've seen races here where sometimes it seems like the inside line just won't work that great. And sometimes it's the opposite. It could be the high side that just won't come in, and drivers start favoring one groove or the other. So we'll see how that high groove pans out here after a while. Ken Baum Jr., he's leading the way on that high side, trying to see if he can gain some ground on the leaders there. Now some folks have moved up to the high side. He was up there leading that outside groove. I think that's David Smith Jr. right in front of him, I believe. Couldn't quite make out the number on the car. He had number 27. That was David Smith Jr. Currently in that third position. We've been seeing some folks kind of coming down on pit road. Jimmy Barr's on pit road. Matthew Fitz, J. Adam Taylor on pit road. The field remains pretty tight here at Atlanta. That's almost like a second group of cars right there. I believe that's Dylan Hastings. Maybe I was starting to say he's almost like leading that group, but not quite. There's a little bit of separation. It's almost turning into a second group of cars there. We had that 91 of Brody Green. He was almost like in the gap there, but now it actually has closed up a bit. You can see they're right behind him. In fact, I think he's getting past, and they've actually drafted back up to the front pack. So they didn't quite get separated 100%. Now 20 laps clicked off that fast. Ken Baum Jr. has made his way to the front, running that high groove. Jaden Bingaman down on the inside. Kevin Click staying behind the number 2. Ken Baum Jr. Look at Jaden Robert Bingaman down on the inside, fighting for that lead position. Well, they have a lap car up ahead of them. Let's see, who is that? Can't quite see who that is off in the distance. I think it's Rick Swope. About one point, they're about to catch him here in about a lap or two. So they'll have to work their way past him. There's Swope right there, boy. And we're looking at the field coming right down. Looks like he's going to get down on the inside there. That's the good thing to do there. Get down there and let the lead pack go on by. They were coming in a hurry. Now, he may be damaged as well. Oh, yeah, just did notice that. Yeah, he does have a lot of damage, and he is just trying to carry on the best he can because it's all about collecting points at the end of the day. 23 laps in, it'll be a long day for Big Swoop, but he will just keep on digging and get what he can, because you know what? He may not be in that position where he is right now. There may be some more cautions coming in. Right now, he's showing, let's put the gap up here so we can see how many laps he may be off. Swope was showing, let's wait for the thing to change. It's showing him about 14 laps down. But I tell you, if there's another caution and there's enough carnage, somebody can find themselves on pit road for a while. There's still, right now, we still have 3 other drivers on pit road. Jimmy Barr, Matthew Fitz, and J. Adam Taylor. Unfortunately, their damage was too severe for them to continue on. Jane Bingham and boy get very racy out here tonight at Atlanta. And I tell you, Joshua South, they've been working pretty well here. Oh no, and he gets tagged and gets a little out of shape there. Oh, and who was that? That was the 22 man, Andrew May. Great save by him as well. Man, he almost got it into the wall there. Looks like he's continuing on. The car looks like it's okay. That was almost a repeat of what we saw with the number 7 at the beginning of the race. But so far, so good. They're continuing along. Now it's Southey up there in the lead position. David Smil Jr. now challenging. Kip Easley up there in the 8 machine. Robbie Bice right up there in the mix as well. Coming right now to start lap number 28. Jaden Bingham, he didn't fall too far. He's back in that 8th position. Got a little out of shape. He got lucky. Positions change so quickly. Now he's kind of fallen back to about the 10th, and between 9th and 10th. You can see how the positions, they're kind of just going along here, and somebody will get a nose ahead of you. Jaden Bingham working in that. Oh, and just saw a car back there behind him. Boy, that was almost a caution. Several cars back there. I saw somebody bounce off the wall. There's a 17 there, Tyler Isley. Track seems a little on the bumpy side there. There's not a lot of wind out there. There's only 2 miles an hour. Ken Baum Jr., he's liking that high line up there. He's really sticking to that. Him and Kevin Click, and how many times have we seen those two battle together on track? Joshua Southey, he's still out there in that top 5, sticking right with the leaders. You got a car coming down on pit road, Stan Mayberry, I believe. Or did he pit? Or is he might have just got down low. I think Tommy and Story thought he was going to go into the pit. Actually, he is on pit road. Yeah, he did pit, indeed. I don't believe we have, let me see. I don't believe we have anyone that's officially retired. Well, Tenorelli, he's showing as out. and Briggs Swope is showing as retired. So he may actually have 2 retirements here. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Jason Hand in the 14th position. See that high groove, they're really starting to stretch out on that high groove there. So who is that down on the inside? I'm just kind of go back and see if I can see. Is it the number 26, the Jaden Bingaman? Oh, the 38, that's who I was looking for. The 38 there of Brett Strickler. He was kind of leading that inside line, and somebody just dropped down in front of him. And that might have been Michael Zuver, I believe. Yes, it was a 96 car. Now trying to see if he can make up some ground on that inside line on lap 34 of 120. The whole pack, very disciplined racing here. I mean, they're hanging in there. There's Ryan Broderick. He's in the group a little bit further back. He's in that 20th position. Now showing in the 19th spot. Now he's got Jimmy Barr in front of him, who's actually in the 31st position. So these guys, they're a little out of sync here with the rest of the field. The main pack, boy, they are staying really close together, though. Boy, Ken Baum Jr., he is continues to lead the way. Kevin Click, Joshua Sousey, Andrew May in that 22 machine in the 4th spot. Michael Zuber still down on the inside line. Challenging now, he has the 4th position there. 38 there, Brett Strickler right behind Zuber. Tyler Isley up on that high side, the 17 machine. They're passing another car there. Couldn't tell who that was. That high line right now seems like it's getting a little bit better drive off the corner. He's coming up to do a little bump draft in there with Michael Zuber. But Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, Joshua Sousey, they're all continuing. Those three are really kind of working together right there. Now Sousey, he's not really doing. He's just staying right in line, and pretty good place to be right now. Just staying tucked behind those leaders. Boy, I tell you, the rest of the field is right there. It may be the same thing just to stay tucked in that draft there. Oh, blinking a little bit there. We're starting to get a little closer to the halfway point. I see Matthew Fitz making his way down on pit road. The car doesn't look too bad. They're actually coming off of pit road. But he's several laps down, unfortunately, as the field just whizzes on by. Brett Strickler in that 5th position. Chris Lynn, race sponsor, in that 32 machine. Racing along there with Tyler Isley, 22 there, Andrew May. He's liking a high-speed traffic jam and just But unlike Daytona or Talladega, there's a lot of times there's an opportunity to position change. There's a lot of nose to tail racing, but things it happens similar to like the super speedways, but sometimes it seems like it happens quicker. I mean, somebody bounces off that wall. The way navigating that D oval can be a little tricky sometimes. We saw a couple of cars make contact with the wall. Let's see what kind of speeds they're getting going down the backstretch here as he moves up to the high line. 185. I thought I saw 190 for a split second. He must have got a little bit of a draft there when he changed lanes. 185 as they start lap 44. A gap, not even quite a tenth of a second. Kevin Click has been sticking right to the bumper there of Ken Baum Jr. Saucy making a good job there, staying in that third spot. There's Tyler Isley now in that fourth position. Isley having a good run here. We see some position changes going on, except for that spot up at the front. I mean, Ken Baum Jr., he is just holding on to that first spot here at the moment. Guys back here changing lanes and trying to figure a way to work their way to the front. Jaden Bingaman. He was up at the front. Now he's mired down in traffic a little bit, currently in that 8th position. Now Dylan Hastings. Oh, who is that? Oh, man. Couldn't tell who that was. He went by somebody just hugging that outside wall, trying to stay out of the way. Now, we saw towards the end of last season, and I think Dylan Hastings, he wasn't in the playoffs, and I don't think he had made enough races to be in the playoffs. And so now we're starting the 2024 season. And, man, I tell you, I'm interested to see how his season turns out here. And hopefully he'll get to run more races and maybe give him an opportunity to possibly get into the playoffs. But right now, he's a long way off. A lot of racing to go before then. Right now, I'm showing only one car on pit road. That's J. Adam Taylor. I think that may be 2 or 3 retirements. Or they might have gotten back out on track. I'm looking at that timing tower again. I was showing some guys out, but no, I don't see it. Jimmy Barr and Matthew Fitz. They're still in it. They're just many laps down, but they're continuing to race here. Oh, somebody's up on the high side there. That might have been one of the lap cars trying to stay out of the way of the lead pack there. And Joshua Saucy now gets his nose out front. Ken Baum Jr. went down to the inside, and now he's starting to fall back a little bit. Chris Lynn now up to that 2nd position. Is Ken Baum Jr. going to try to just race back on the inside or not? Right now, he's got that 2nd position again. Him and Kevin Click, they lost through that first, and now he's doing a little bump trap in there with Joshua Saucy. And say, excuse me, let's just ease on up here to the front once again. Kevin Click also staying right with it. And now we're less than 8 laps away from the halfway point. And about a third of the field has come in pit, due to those cautions for repairs. And who knows, there might have been 2 or 3 came in just on strategy as well, just to top off the tank, put themselves in a slightly different fuel window. Because I'll tell you, we have seen these guys really run some really long green flag runs, and they are kind of getting with the program right now as well. Saucy back to the front. I think that was a 57 there. Rig Smoke with the heavy damage on the front. Brett Strickler in that 38 car. Just working the traffic here at the moment. Oh, Michael Zuber, I think that was up along the wall. And he's continuing along, though. Does he have any damage? A little bit on that right front. But he is continuing along. Falling back down the order, though. Right now, he's back to the 17th position. I don't know if that damage is affecting his car. Maybe he's just trying to get his composure back here and get back to racing. Still seems pretty quick, though. Doesn't have any problems. You heard him just now. Get out of that throttle ever so slightly. I tell you, you get a tow, and your car just sucks up to that car in front of you. Sometimes you got to just burp the throttle there just a little bit, just to ease up, keep from having your momentum run into the guy. The whole field working their way past some of the lap cars out there. Tyler Eisling now in that 3rd position. Boy, every lap now it seems like they're catching cars that have. Some of these cars I think have varying degrees of damage, and they're just not up to full pace. But to their credit, they're also doing a great job of when they see the field coming and they're able to get out of the way quickly. Tyler Eisling now making a play for that lead position, and him and David Sneal Jr. right there are in that 27 machine. What in the world happened to Ken Baum Jr.? Boy, he's way back in the 7th spot there. Him and the 32 Chris Lynn. I think that's Kevin Click still right back there behind him. But they really lost touch with the leader, who's now Joshua Saucy. Tyler Eisling in that 2nd position. David Sneal Jr. 3rd. Chris Lynn in that 4th spot. Jaden Bingaman making his way back up the order. Everybody keeping a good pace here. And boy, look at Chris Lynn now. He has made his way to the front. Ken Baum Jr. right there behind him. That was a neat little pass. Like I was saying, sometimes stuff happens so quickly here. You go looking at something else, and before you know it, I was like, let me see. I wonder when he made that pass there. Oh, let's see. Ken Baum Jr. had fallen back to that 7th spot. I tell you, it doesn't take long you position your car in the right place and at the right time. Oh, was that Bingham or was that Strickler? Somebody went spinning. I think it was and no caution. Was it Strickler? Yes, it was. Wow. How? Wow, that was awesome. And credit to the entire field. Nobody got collected there. We stayed. Wow, that was crazy. Now just past the halfway point, lap 63 of 120. And Baum Jr. now flexing his muscles here at Atlanta. Kevin Click, as always, right there behind him. Saucy, I tell you, those three, they have been right there all race long. Just really sticking with it. Kevin Click, are we going to have some green flag pit stops? I think we are. He's coming down. Both him and the number 2 there, Ken Baum Jr. Here we go, folks. Oh, slow down. Oh, my goodness. I hope he didn't get a speeding penalty. Boy, he came in there fast. Kevin Click did. And he basically raced past Ken Baum Jr. getting down to that the line where you have to get down to pit road speed. And we'll just see what happens now. They're both in their pit boxes, him, Ken Baum Jr. Tires and fuel for both of them. Right side's already on. Left side's going on. I think Click's going to get him. Unless he has a penalty that he has to sit there for. Oh, my goodness, he's still there. And you know what? He did come down so fast. Oh, man. I think he got a speeding penalty. He remains on pit road. Wow. A lot of folks now getting ready to, oh my goodness, Kevin Click still on pit road. Things going very wrong for him. There's Joshua Salsi now coming down pit road as well. Tyler Isley right behind him, followed by the 27 there, David Smeal, Jaden Bingham, and all these guys are running up at the front there. Yeah, I mean, you got to get woed down. It's just, there's no getting around it. Chris Lynn, now your leader of the race. Robbie Bice in that second position. Continuing to turn laps, 68 laps into this event. Now, Chris Lynn, he did pit on lap 4. He might have taken on some fuel just to put himself in a different window. And so, yeah, now if a caution were to come out now, some of these guys, a lot of them would get stuck a lap down. Of course, you have a lucky dog, but a lot of these guys will end up stuck a lap down here. And we're over halfway in this event. So, yeah, Chris Lynn, continuing the race along here. Now everybody behind them, those other 4 cars behind them, Robbie Bice, Carson Pittman, Jason Hand, and Michael Zuber, none of these guys have pitted. So right now, I'm sure they got to be getting close to running on fumes. If Chris Lynn did top off on lap 4, then I think he'll be able to outpace these guys as well. And here they come now, getting it slowed down, and yet they are going to come in together. Robbie Bice actually got ahead of Chris Lynn as they're all slowing down on come down pit road. Here they go, getting down to that speed they need to get down to and don't rear end each other. Number 4, he was coming in kind of hot there, Carson Pittman. Robbie Bice having to go all the way down a good length of there, down to the fourth spot there. Tires and fuel for the number 28. Right side's on, left side's getting ready to go on. There they go. Let's see what kind of time he gets. And down to the way, 15.6 seconds. And looks like he'll come out ahead of that group. Of course, the field is racing on by. They'll have to go around and get up to speed. Tyler Isley, he is currently your leader with Joshua Southey in that second position. David Snow Jr. a little bit further back, followed by Jaden Bingham in there, and Colin McCarthy in the fifth position. They're trying to catch that trio of Isley, Saucy, and Smeal up at the front. Boy, they're flirting with that double line at the bottom. If you flirt with it too much, especially in those turns, you'll upset that car, and that won't be pretty. But so far, so good. You can see Isley leading Saucy there. David Smith Jr. still trying to catch those guys. Who is that in front of them there? Oh, that's Lucas Nilja, so he's back in the 21st position. And he's another one of the cars that had a lot of damage at the beginning of the race. So right now it's just like literally damage control, just trying to finish the race and gather as many points as possible, because even at this point it still could make a difference towards season's end. Jaden Bing and Ken Baum Jr., we saw him back in 7th position earlier, but not as much traffic this time around. So he's racing along there, and that Kip easily behind him. But I say, who was it? Was it the 35, Kevin Click? Man, poor Kevin Click. I'm wondering if he got a speeding penalty. He's back in the 20th position. And he's only one lap down, though. But, man, that was whatever it was that happened on pit road. I'm guessing it was a speeding penalty, because it seemed like he really came in hot. And he's in the 20th spot. And definitely out of sync with the leaders. He's almost half a lap. He's a lap down, but he's almost like 1.5 laps down. Right on the other side of the track. And there he is, and there your leaders going to turns 1 and 2. Tyler Isley rolling it right along here. Joshua Stacy and company in tow, and now that inside line is moving up there. Saucy managed to get the lead from Isley. Isley stayed up on the high side. They went down to the inside, and unless he planned that, he might have planned to just get behind those guys. Sometimes guys say, hey, I'm a better pusher than I am, leading the pack. He might have been holding them up there a little bit, and they said, okay, let's switch positions here. Because he dropped right in line behind the 24 there, Colin McCarthy. McCarthy has a little damage on the nose of his car, or quite a bit of damage there, but he is still hanging in there with them, though. Currently in that 4th position. I think right now the only thing he needs to worry about is making sure that water temperature is not creeping up, but the damage may not be as bad as it looks. Uh-oh, got us a caution here. Caution here on lap 80, and looks like it involved Michael Self. Let's see, where is Michael at? Is he still on track? Oh, he already jumped the pit road. Oh my goodness. Oh, heavy damage there from Mike himself. And let's go back and see if we can see what happened there. Now there's Self. He's having some problem. Oh, he's down on the apron. I wonder if he was getting ready to pit and the car kind of got away from him. And okay, we lost him again. Shoot. There he is, right? Is that him? Oh, that's where he got the damage. He had already slid up on the track, and boy, he collected somebody else. Somebody got some damage for sure. Leaders coming down pit road. Sousey, David Smill Jr. coming down. Jaden Bingaman right behind him. A lot of activity on pit road. There's Tyler Isley making his way down. Kip Easley, now he pitted on lap 68. He's elected to stay out. Robbie Bice right behind him, pitted on lap 70. And the guy, and also Jason Hand also pitted on lap 70. So while they're under caution, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! On my way to Money I Roll.
Terribles, Four Wheel Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back. Pace car is getting ready to come down onto pit road. It'll be lap 83 when we get the green flag once again. Pace car down. Get Beasley ready to go. We'll see if he can get a good jump here. Robbie Bice up on that high side. Green flag's out. Here we go again. Robbie Bice. He dropped the hammer a little bit better than Easley did, and he's got his nose ahead. And looks like he will take the lead here as they work their way up through the gears. Easley up on the high side. Here comes the 00 there, Jason Hand. And the 22 there, Andrew May up on the high side. Boy, everybody's getting in there. Here comes the 81 there, Joshua Sousey. Robbie Bice, he'll hold on, lead that lap as they start lap 84. Folks jockeying for position behind him. Yeah, Easley, he was a little slow on the restart there. I think Robbie Bice caught him napping there just a little bit. Or either that or he got a little wheel spin or something. rest of the field got away nicely. Everybody racing just as hard as always. Tyler Isley now back to that 14th position. Less than 40 laps to go now. Got a lot of work to do to get back up to the front. There's a lot of, just everybody around him is, with the exception of Andrew May, he put in on lap 64. There are several cars in that mix right there. Some of them pitted in the 60s, and a lot of them pitted in the 80s. So this is going to make for some interest. It just depends on now whether or not they're at a point where they can go all the way to the end. Now, 'cause we went 60 some laps, so yeah, I think everybody's pretty much done as far as fuel is concerned. They do have some extra tires in there waiting for them. I don't think they. Some of them have only stopped like twice, and there's a few out there, several out there actually that have still only stopped once. Like say, like Robbie Bice, Andrew May there, and Robbie Bice. They both have only stopped one time so far in this race. But you know, the closer you get to the end of the race, if everybody else doesn't pit, and even though you get those fresh tires, man, you really have to try to fight your way up through the field. So whether or not they can take advantage of that or not, who knows? A lot of times, folks don't finish a race with tires still in on pit road there, which is good. You can manage your tires that good. Jake Bingham once again up the front there, chasing Joshua Asausi. He's gotten that lead once again. Trying to stretch out that lead just a little bit. Ken Baum Jr. now back in that third position, demonstrating why he's the defending champion. You don't have to say a lot. Now, you know, there's an action speaks a lot louder than words. And it's all about consistency, and he definitely finds his way to the front at any race. Don't ever count out the number 2. Now, you know, and I say that, I don't know. I can't remember which race it was. I do believe I saw him at least one race where it just didn't seem like he could get in the groove. I don't remember which race it was, but it just wasn't his night. And they're going rocketing past, I think that was Matthew Fitz there. Ryan Broderick down in that 10th position. I think we saw him battle and had a nice battle with Ken Baum Jr. Was it at Coda last season, I believe it was? I think that's where it was, and they were having a nice battle. If you didn't see those races, you know, you go back on the YouTube channel here for this playlist. You know, every race is saved for every season. You could always go back and check it out if you missed something. If you're enjoying the races and the broadcasts, hit that like button. It helps the league and the channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. Folks moving around once again. Southsea back to the front. Bingaman right there. Tyler Isley and Chris Lynn battling for that position. Chris got it right now down on that inside line. Ken Baum Jr. shaking down to the 5th position. And now it's 26 laps to go. I tell you, you can almost kind of feel You can just feel the energy build up when you get around 25 laps or so to go. There's just something about the way the guys start moving. They're making these moves just a little bit more deliberately and just really getting up on the wheel. You can just sense that something is going here now. A sense of urgency because we're quickly getting to the point of no return here. And Mom Jimmy now back to the 7th position. There's Dylan Hastings in the 12th spot. But I'll tell you, these guys back here, when you're in so much traffic, it's hard to find your way up to the front. The closer you are to the front, they're a little bit more spread out, and it's easier to sometimes switch lanes there and make a pass underneath somebody. But they have stayed pretty packed here all race long, even just outside the top 10. You can see how tightly packed this field is. Don DeGroot in that 17th position. I don't think I've called Don's number all night long. And he's in the 17th spot, and let's see. He seems like he's running okay. I think he might be on the lead lap. Yes, he is. He is on the lead lap. Laps continuing to click off here. Jaden Bingaman, Chris Lynn, Tyler Isley, boy, they're all putting up a good fight. Chasing number 20 there. The number 81, Joshua Sousey. Racing in a lot of traffic. Sousey continuing along. In some ways, he's a little bit of a sitting duck, 21 laps remaining. Bingaman right there. Isley down there on the, I think he's right behind Bingaman, and that's the 38 there. Down now, who is the 38? He's not, that's Brett Strickler, so he's not, he's a lapped car. But boy, he's right up there in the midst of the leaders. I mean, there's not much he can do unless he were to get down on the apron and let all the leaders go by. But he is right there in the thick of things right now. And that could be problematic later on. Ken Baum Jr., and he's right there. And now that's Jaden Bingaman. Hop on board with Bingaman there. He's up on the high side. Where's Chris Lynn? He's down on the inside. Guys putting on a great show here tonight at Atlanta. Coming to the stripe. 18 laps to go. But I tell you, Bingaman, he'd love to get a win. Chris Lynn would love to get a win. The race sponsor for the evening. Boy, big mover, up 21 positions from where he started the race, racing up in the top 5 here. Definitely not where you start, but where you finish, that matters. Everybody moving around a little bit more, trying to find any advantage on someone else. Maybe try to catch a guy making a little bit of an error. Sometimes that's what it's all about. You study a driver and you may try to see where it might be struggling in a certain corner, and Like maybe I put a little pressure on here, or maybe try to if he does have a little bit of a mistake, see if I can get a nose down on the inside of him, or try to pass him on the high side. Continue to race along. Southsea continues to lead. Tyler Isley now right behind him. Bingaman down on that low line now. Now he's going to try his luck down there once again to see if maybe he can race past as they race down the backstretch. I tell you, it's almost like being at Daytona. They're really, oh, see some guys blinking there. That was the number 5, Ryan Broderick. Now 14 laps remaining. This field is tightly packed here, folks. 27 there, David Smith Jr. Southsea has just to, wait and see who's going to do what as these laps continue to wind down here. Let's see. Not too much of a gap anymore. The whole field is pretty much here. There's Don the group. There's I think that was no. There's Kevin Click. He's now in the 20th position. Man, oh, what could have been? And he's still only 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. So ironically, and hey, knock on wood, they've gone this far caution without a caution. They say you got to be careful what you ask for and stuff. Sure, he would love to get a caution and not be involved in it and get that wave around, but time is quickly running out. As close as these guys are running, this could easily end up being a photo finish. If someone gets a good run coming off of 4, gets up there alongside Southsea, man, Tyler Isley, who knows? He might decide to pull the trigger at some point. 10 laps to go now, and getting a nice run coming off the corner, getting a little bump drafting going on there. It'll be 9 this time when they cross the stripe. So what do you do if you're Tyler Isley? You got Ryan Broderick. How about the number 5? He has worked his way up there. I don't know. I think this might be the highest he's been all night long. He's moved 19 spots from where he started the race. I'm not sure if I've even seen him in the top 5 before this point. And more, they're battling for positions behind him. Jaden Bingaman now in that 6th position. Oh, and the bumper cars, and there we go. It is going to stay. Wow, look at that. Wow. We stay green. Man, hats off to these guys. They get out of shape. And you think that it might result in a caution, and everybody just did their thing to just keep this thing rolling. Awesome recovery there. Awesome driving by the guys around him. They basically give him a room to recover. Sometimes that's what it's all about. It's not that you can't save it. Sometimes you just need the space to save it. And it's better for everybody to open up just a little bit and see if whoever's in trouble, see if they can gather that car up. And boy, that was some nifty racing there by all of those guys that were involved in that. I can't even say a wreck because it wasn't the wreck that did not happen. That was pretty cool. 6 laps to go here. You see them kind of there's a gap forming now, breaking away from this group back here. But Ken Baum Jr. is right back there with him. Wow, back in the 14th position. You know, he might have had to take evasive action to avoid when somebody got out of shape there, and it really cost him some positions. He is well out of position now. He was 10th in the standings coming into the race, and I think he's going to fall out of the top 10 after tonight if this goes like this. Tyler Isley now to the point ahead of Southsea. Southsea, you know, we saw him getting a good run off the corner. And look at Southsea just come right back up on the high side. Now 4 laps remaining. Ryan Broderick right there. David Smill Jr. in that 4th position. How about the 46 there? Daniel Lindsay's now in the 4th spot. Tyler Isley continues to lead. And I mean, well, there's one of his teammates right there behind him, so that's a good thing. Joshua Southsea right there. And he's actually, Southsea, he is a member of Nitro. So, and now the 5 isn't Ryan Broderick, but those are some teammates up there. If they can stay together, and that is, things are moving around a bit more. There's Kip Easley. White flag is in the air. Man, it has happened that quickly. There we go. And they're wrecking. I'm trying to get back up to where the leader is, trying to connect with him while those guys are wrecking behind him. And he's still going. Oh no, here we go. And he is going to hold on to win. Joshua Southsea, apologize for the little jumpiness there in the stream. Huge pileup right there on the final lap. It is Joshua Southsea. He is your winner here tonight at Atlanta. Man, what a finish that was. Congratulations there to Joshua Southsea. But boy, he did put up a good fight all race long. And he's able to reap the rewards here as he lights them up here at Atlanta. And let's go ahead and get the guys up in the booth here. Let's find everybody. Where's like Team Nitro? They're down here. There's Joshua right there. We'll move him on up to the interview queue here. We got to find Ryan Broderick and Chris Lynn. Where's Ryan at? He is in here somewhere. A lot of channels. Well, there's Chris. I'll go ahead and move Chris on up. Race sponsor tonight got a spot on the podium there. And let's see. Ryan's in here somewhere. Where is he? I must be overlooking him because I do not see him. I'm gonna get somebody. Oh, there he is. finally, his channel was way at the bottom there, so go ahead and move him on up, and let's go on down to the interview queue with them here. Okay, folks, we're here with your top three: Joshua Saucy, Ryan Broderick, and Chris Lynn. Well, I tell you, man, that was a heck of a finish there, and Joshua, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, man, welcome to the league, man. Coming in style with a win, the second points race of the season, man. How does that feel?
Well, it definitely helps this thing of iRacing dropping me running second place last week. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Usually a lot of trepidation for these plate style races, but when you got a fast piece and a good set and teammates willing to work with you, it makes the life a little bit easier.
Yeah, man, I tell you, and you did have some teammates up in that top five with you, and that always helps, no matter what kind of track it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially places you need momentum and not get bogged down with the air running solo.
10-4, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. First and foremost, Nitro Setup Shop. Bad fast piece for here. We showed up and we had a lot to work with, so that makes it a lot of fun. All the guys on the team working well together, good communication. I think they had a wreck there on the white flag lap, took out a few of them, so unfortunately they didn't get the finish they were probably lined up for, but it's the white flag lap, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. Everyone in the league showing up. This has been a lot of fun. I know it's only 2 races in, but I'm really looking forward to the upcoming weeks, and there's a lot of good talent in here, so you're going to see different people shining, and it's going to be fun to see, and all the admins, all their hard work putting it together, and then of course you for the broadcast, putting it out there for the world to see. It'll be fun going back and watching. You did a great job last week. I know you had some technical issues, but the little bit I was able to see, it was really well done, so I'm looking forward to this. And thank you, Broderick, for sticking with me there at the end. I know he kind of had his choice taken away from him on the last lap when the guys behind him all wrecked, but I was waiting for the move, and he stuck with me, so I appreciate it.
Man, I tell you, well, congratulations again, man. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Okay, hey, Ryan, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, congratulations on that second position there, man. I tell you, things got a little dicey there at the end, but you still made it through there, man. Good, strong finish, man. Good way to start the season.
Yeah, a little better than Daytona. I ended up on the hook in the duel. I ended up on the hook on the last lap in the 500, so a little better than last week. I just knew I kind of went to the bottom there a little bit in the last stage, and I knew you watch races here in real life, and it's all about that side draft on that top lane. I just get to the back and see and stayed high and just didn't. Well, I was just trying to stay with him and not make a move basically until we got down the backstretch on the last lap, and it worked out. So not a win, but a second place. Can't complain.
There you go, man. And they might want to give a shout out to.
Well, I had a fast VRS setup. Wasn't going to originally run the baseline, and then that didn't work in practice, and been running VRS stuff for the most part. And man, it was fast, and it handled a hell of a lot better than the baseline setup that was dragging the ground. So appreciate VRS setups all the time. They have great stuff. So
10-4, man. Well, congratulations there. Go celebrating. We will see you next week.
Thank you, man. Appreciate all you guys do.
All right, now take it easy, buddy. Hey, Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, I tell you, good to see you up on that podium, man. Tonight's race sponsor, and hey, what a way to finish on the podium, man. That's great, man. I tell you, congratulations on that P3 finish.
Yeah, thank you. Last lap was a little wild. Overall, it was a fun race. That long green flag run was pretty awesome after that crash early, but the Nitro guys, they were all working well together. And last lap, I'm not sure what happened into one, but that last lap down the back, there was a gap there, and I had to run, so I just took it. So it's racing. You'll have that in these big super speedways.
Well, absolutely, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank Turn 2 Terribles guys, the podcast, and the team itself, and the Brentmark Sim team, with bringing us over there and teaching us, backed by our big-time sponsors and everything like that. But no, and you and Robbie for doing all this. It's fun every week. Can't wait to keep going down the track.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Have a good night.
Okay, buddy. See ya. Okay, folks. Well, that will do it, man. I tell you, and another great race in the books here for Full Throttle. And let's go ahead. Let me get the race results up here for you. Let's bring them on up here. There we go. Joshua Salsi, second winner of the season. Ryan Broderick, second. Chris Lynn, third. Jaden Bingham in fourth. Kip easily in that fifth position. Look on down the order. You'll see where your favorite driver ended up. We'll scroll on down a little bit so you can see where they finished up at. And boy, I tell you, but it was still a great race. It had a couple of folks that had some problems in there, lost some laps, but I think just about everybody finished, to tell you the truth. And so yeah, that was awesome for everybody. And so now tomorrow night we'll be heading on over to the Virginia iRacing League for the Rothery Family Racing 120. You won't want to miss that. And then next Monday will be the first race of the round of 8. Then we'll be back here with Full Throttle next Wednesday for race number 3 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.